An ancient document, hidden for centuries and long forgotten, has been uncovered, revealing something surprising. This scroll, discovered under mysterious circumstances, suggests that Jesus had a brother. This figure, rarely mentioned or possibly hidden by tradition, challenges long-held beliefs about history and faith. Who was this man? Why has his existence been kept quiet for so long? If you believe in God and Jesus Christ, click the subscribe button below this video. From the start of Christianity, Jesus' story has been carefully shaped. But this new discovery raises big questions. What else might we not know? Could Jesus' life story be incomplete? If he had a brother, would it change how we understand his message and role? This scroll opens the door to new mysteries. Experts believe it's one of the most important discoveries in religious archaeology. Could it mention James, often thought of as Jesus' brother? Or does it reveal someone entirely unexpected? The story of Jesus might be more complicated than we ever imagined. Why was this figure seen as so dangerous or controversial that their story was forgotten or ignored for so long? This discovery could reshape important parts of the religious traditions we know today. And this is just the beginning. What else might experts find as they study and translate the scroll? The scroll was found in an unexpected place, surprising archaeologists and scholars. It had been carefully preserved, hidden away at an ancient site discovered by chance. The researchers weren't even looking for religious texts. They were studying cultural artifacts from a distant community, possibly from Jesus' time. While exploring a hard-to-reach area, they uncovered a hidden compartment where the scroll was sealed and stored. The exact location is being kept secret to protect the site from looters. Early evidence suggests the site may have been used by a group connected to early Christianity, possibly a sect that split from mainstream beliefs after Jesus' death. The fact that the scroll was hidden suggests it was stored intentionally, likely because of its controversial content. The scroll is in surprisingly good condition for its age. Careful storage and the region's dry climate helped preserve it. Tests like carbon dating and ink analysis show the document is over 2,000 years old, possibly written decades after Jesus' death. The text, in Aramaic or ancient Greek, suggests the author had ties to early Christian communities. Every detail of this discovery raises new questions. How did this document stay hidden for so long? Who hid it? Could it reveal uncomfortable truths about Jesus' family? Experts are eager to dive deeper into this investigation, as what they uncover could change everything we thought we knew. An international team of archaeologists discovered an ancient scroll during a routine excavation. The team included experts in Middle Eastern cultures and early Christianity. This unexpected find quickly gained attention from major institutions. One of the archaeologists, experienced with the Dead Sea Scrolls, identified the scroll. The first step was to verify its authenticity. Scientists used carbon-14 dating, revealing the scroll is about 2,000 years old. Analysis of the ink and writing style confirmed it wasn't a modern forgery. Experts believe the author may have been close to Jesus' earliest followers. Universities and research centers examined the scroll, confirming it as genuine. Paleographic studies suggest the author belonged to a small, early Christian community. Researchers are now exploring who wrote it and why. Was the author protecting truths overlooked by religious traditions? The discovery raises many questions, and further study may reveal more. The scroll mentions a brother of Jesus who was deeply involved in spreading his teachings. This figure may have held a leadership role in early Christian communities after Jesus' death. While the text doesn't name him as James, it suggests he was more than a follower. Interestingly, the scroll describes events not found in the Bible, offering a fresh perspective on Jesus and his family. Scholars believe some key stories might have been left out of official texts. Each detail of the scroll could reshape how we understand Jesus' family and the early days of Christianity. What secrets does this scroll still hold? The discovery has sparked curiosity among historians, theologians, and archaeologists. Instead of providing clear answers, it has raised even more questions and sparked debates. Some experts believe the scroll shows evidence of Jesus having a biological brother, which could challenge traditional Christian beliefs. Others argue that the term brother might refer to a spiritual connection or a close friendship rather than a family relationship. Some scholars suggest the scroll mentions James, referred to in the New Testament as Jesus' brother. But the text hints at someone even more important than James, possibly a key leader in the early Christian community. This idea raises questions about whether this figure was overlooked or intentionally excluded by religious traditions. Other theologians think the scroll might belong to a dissident Christian group that preserved information not accepted by the Church. This would tie the scroll to early theological disputes about Jesus' life and family. Some experts urge caution, saying more time is needed to fully translate and understand the scroll. Misinterpretations of such discoveries are not uncommon. Still, the scroll's contents are significant enough to prompt a fresh look at Jesus' history and family. James, often called the brother of the Lord in the New Testament, remains a mysterious figure. His relationship with Jesus and role in Christianity continue to fuel debates among scholars. After Jesus' death, tradition says James became a leader in the Jerusalem church, organizing some of the first Christian communities. However, little is known about his relationship with Jesus or why he is barely mentioned in the Gospels. A newly discovered scroll raises important questions. Does it confirm James' role as a leader, or does it hint at another, previously unknown brother of Jesus? If Jesus had other siblings, why was this left out of religious texts? Could more family members have played key roles in early Christianity, but their stories were forgotten or hidden over time? The scroll challenges traditional beliefs, especially for those who hold that Mary remained a virgin her whole life. If it proves Jesus had siblings, this could create debates among scholars and religious leaders. Such a revelation might force a re-evaluation of long-standing ideas about Jesus' family and early Christian leadership. For groups like the Catholic Church, which emphasizes Mary's perpetual virginity, this discovery could bring tension. Other groups, like some Protestant churches, might accept it more easily. This finding not only sheds light on history but also stirs discussions about faith, family, and the structure of early Christian communities. If a brother of Jesus played an important role after his death, it could mean the leadership of early Christianity was more complicated than we thought. Instead of Peter or Paul being the only main leaders, Jesus' family members, like James or this possible new brother, might have been equally influential. This raises big questions for believers and challenges for historians. Why were some details left out of the Bible? What were early Christian leaders trying to achieve by including or leaving out parts of Jesus' story? If this discovery is proven true, it could lead to changes in traditions, religious practices, and how millions view Jesus and his message. It might even spark major debates for years to come. Why would this information about a brother of Jesus be hidden? Early church leaders might have left it out to protect certain beliefs, like Mary's perpetual virginity, a key Catholic doctrine. If Jesus had siblings, this belief could be questioned, causing divisions in the early church. Speaking about a sibling might have risked the church's unity and the sacred narrative built around Mary and Jesus. Another reason could be power struggles in early Christianity. If a brother of Jesus was a leader, it might challenge the idea that Peter or Paul should lead. Revealing this could reopen debates about leadership, threatening stability. The church may have intentionally left out these details to maintain the image of Jesus as a unique figure with a divine mission. Recognizing other family members might have complicated this image. The New Testament mentions names like James, Joseph, Jude, and Simon as possible brothers of Jesus. Some traditions say they were cousins or close relatives, while others think they were biological siblings. Among them, James, known as brother of the Lord, is the most debated figure. If Jesus had a brother who played a major role after his death, it could mean that the leadership of early Christianity was more complicated than we think. Instead of Peter or Paul being the only key leaders, Jesus' family members like James, or this possible new brother, might have been equally important. This discovery raises big questions for believers, historians, and religious scholars alike. Why were some details about Jesus and his family left out of the Bible? Did early Christian leaders choose to include or exclude certain facts to shape a specific message? If proven true, this discovery could lead to changes in traditions, faith practices, and how millions of people see Jesus and his teachings. One reason this information might have been hidden is to protect the belief in Mary's perpetual virginity, which is central to Catholic tradition. If Jesus had biological siblings, it could challenge this doctrine and even cause disagreements within the early church. Another reason could be early power struggles. If Jesus' brother held a leadership role, it might complicate the idea of Peter and Paul being the main leaders. Revealing this might have caused conflicts over who should lead the church. The church may have also avoided this story to keep the focus on Jesus as a unique divine figure. Recognizing family members with important roles might have distracted from the central message of Christianity. The Bible mentions names like James, Joseph, Jude, and Simon as possible brothers of Jesus. Some traditions say they were cousins, while others accept them as biological siblings. James, often called the brother of the Lord, is one of the most debated figures. This topic has always sparked disagreement among scholars and religious leaders, and this new discovery could reignite those debates. History is always alive, waiting to be explored again. As new evidence comes to light, this discovery might inspire more excavations and studies to better understand Jesus' life and his family. For religions, this could have a big impact. Faith often relies on traditional views of sacred texts, and changes can be seen as either a challenge or an opportunity. Some groups might reject these findings, while others could embrace them to connect more deeply with Jesus' true teachings. The challenge is to balance tradition with new discoveries, keeping faith strong while learning more about history. This discovery might go beyond just adding details about Jesus' life. It offers a fresh way to understand his story, bringing it closer to the reality of his time and less shaped by centuries of interpretation. The big question is, are we ready to accept new truths, even if they change what we thought we knew? The future of history and faith might just be unfolding. If you liked this content, subscribe to the channel. Click the video on your screen now to uncover more mysteries from the past.